Hey guys, welcome back. This is By the Book, and we're married relationship coaches. I'm Sent,
I'm Self.
and today we're talking about Love is Blind, Season 6,
Yes.
the first installment of episodes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, wanted to talk about Jimmy, Chelsea, and Jessica.
Mm-hmm.
Right, I'm trying to jump into some of these love triangles, semi sort of.
The messiness.
Yeah, but there's been so many episodes. It's the way that they dole out these installments is like it's hard to process everything. So, I want to start talking about it from the beginning when they were in the pods. I was really, really rooting for Jessica. Let me know if y'all liked her or not. I did. I thought she was a nice girl, pretty girl, into her daughter, down to earth. Seeming to me. The only thing that struck me a little bit odd is that she kind of wanted to hold back on talking about her child. And she's young, only 28, and has a 10-year-old.
Yeah.
So I know that's tough because in the dating pool and who she usually encounters, there's probably a lot of people who don't have children necessarily yet. And she's probably the only one who was on this season who had a child, or at least they made it seem that way.
Yeah.
So I know that's a tough thing to navigate. Nonetheless, I feel like when you have a child and you're dating, it's very important to be very forward with that, to even avoid heartbreak for yourself.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people will rule you out as a potential mate simply because of that fact without getting to know anything about you or the child or anything like that. And that's okay. Because if they're going to make that decision, it's better that they make it on the front end than for you or for them to develop feelings and then kind of dump this information on them. And then they are like, okay, no, I can't deal with it.
Yeah.
Which is exactly what happened with Jimmy. I mean, you could kind of tell where he was leaning. I think you could see that he was developing a connection with both Jessica and Chelsea.
Yeah.
But it seemed like his connection with Jessica was much stronger right up until she talked about her 10-year-old daughter.
Killed it.
So that's disappointing. Nonetheless, I'm not mad at Jimmy for that. He doesn't have children already, and to step up to the plate and to become a step parent, particularly at a young age. He's 27. It's a lot. It's a lot to take on. And then when you're meeting somebody in an untraditional way, you also don't get the benefit of being introduced to this person's child before you get engaged.
Yeah.
Before you have to decide in 4 weeks' time if you want to get married. I think it's very important that you establish a relationship with someone's child before you take these giant steps towards a future with somebody. So I don't blame Jimmy for that. I don't think he's a bad dude, because that shifted years for him. Unfortunately, it just had such a horrible impact on Jessica and her experience, and she felt so cheated, and that was sad for me to watch for her.
I agree with you. When you're single and you're younger and you don't have any kids, as a matter of fact, let me not even speak as a hypothetical. I know younger people who don't have kids, but people who do have kids try to approach them, and they're like, "No, I don't date, men, women, whoever that have children. I don't have any children. I don't want that responsibility."
Right.
And I think that's fair.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's fair. I was the same way before I had a kid. You just no. I don't. I already know what I can handle, what I can't handle, and you have the right to allow what's a deal breaker to you to be a deal breaker for you.
Yeah.
Perfectly fine with that.
Yeah.
I just hated it because I was rooting for Jessica.
Yeah.
So
well, but in that situation, they are in a process with a room full of people, men on one side, women on the other side. And so for Jimmy, I can understand, he liked this girl, but she tells him that she has a child, and he's just like, well, there's a room full of other women in there that don't have children.
Mm-hmm.
So you cool and all, and I think we have a connection, but I really don't think I'm stepfather material. So let me move on.
Yeah,
you know,
and that's what he did.
And again, that's fair. I to me, it is. Anyway.
It is. It's fair.
Mhm.
Here's the thing, though.
What's that?
Jessica was right. I think she's a gorgeous girl, and when she got mad, she knows she's attractive. And she's seen everybody on the girl side, so she knows what her, so to speak, competition is. And you know, I think she sort of arrogantly said, in her own way, "You're gonna regret that.
Yeah.
You know, you're gonna regret not picking me because I look better." I that's what she was saying.
That's basically what she was saying. And who knows? Maybe she picked up on the insecurities that was with Chelsea as well. She could have been talking about
I
that.
think she just can see, and she knows objectively that to a room full of people that she's probably 9 out of 10 times going to be chosen as the more attractive girl. Let's just call a spade a spade. It's okay. I don't think there's anything wrong with Chelsea. I just think that objectively speaking, most people are going to find Jessica more attractive. And somehow, when men find women real attractive, they suddenly see the potential stepfather in themselves. He's just waiting to come out.
Maybe being a stepfather is not so bad.
Exactly. So, to be honest, it kind of cut against her that he didn't get to see her. But that's this process. That's what this is. So, he moves on, focuses on Chelsea, and I just feel like, you know, the kid thing helped him focus his attention on, I don't have to like kind of split my interest. I can really key in on this one girl. So sometimes we need something to help us make a decision. Sometimes too many options is not good.
Yeah.
So fine, he focuses on Chelsea, but why in the world did she bring up whether anybody compares him to a celebrity? She wants to know what he looks like.
Yeah.
I get it, but that's not what this process is for.
Exactly.
Right? So she asks him that, and he said, yes, there is. But he never said who it was, or at least if you guys heard it, let me know, because I never heard him ever say who that celebrity was.
He didn't say.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But he flips the question back on her, and here's the trouble, y'all. She did not say that she thought that she looks like Megan Fox.
Okay.
She didn't say that, but that's what he heard. That's what he heard. She said that I think her eye color, maybe her hair color, I can't remember exactly what she said, but she put in like a disclaimer. She was like, don't get excited. I don't see it. I just think it's because of my eye color and this and that. And people say Megan Fox. In his head, he heard, oh my gosh, the girl on the other side of this wall looks like Megan Fox. I'm winning. And that was it.
Of course, if you mention anything as far as he doesn't know what you look like. You mention someone that he knows, not knows personally, but knows.
Sorry, guys. I had to take a quick baby break, but we're back. Yeah. So you were saying, not having seen her, basically, if she mentions the name Megan Fox, that's going to stick in his head.
Yeah, right? It's going to stick in his head. He doesn't know her personally, but he knows who Megan Fox is. And so when she throws out that name, I'm sure a lot of, especially younger guys, find Megan Fox very attractive. And so I'm sure that just got boom right into his head. Like, oh, I'm talking to a Megan Fox, you know? And so
no matter
enough.
what disclaimer she stuck in there and said, no, don't get excited.
You think he's really gonna read the fine print?
That's not fine print.
That's fine print. That's the fine print when the title was Megan Fox.
Men
that was
just
enough.
Make anything
that was
fine
enough
print. She made that in big bold red letters. Don't get excited.
No, she did.
And it's just the eyes.
I think she was being very misleading with that.
So do you think she was just trying to get him to seal the deal with her? With that?
She wasn't trying to get him to not seal the deal with you. So, she could say what she want to say about it or whatever. But
okay,
I think it was a little bit of a mislead. I think it was because that girl don't look like Megan Fox.
I mean,
it is,
she full transparency. Like I'm old, so I have to Google her so I could see. And if you squint your eyes a little bit and in the dark,
real tight,
it was shut. No, I could see maybe a little bit of what she was talking about in maybe one or two of the pictures. Just a pinch. Nothing that would make you say she looks like her. Just maybe she said something in the face shape or something. And maybe somebody at some point in her life said that once. I don't know. But nonetheless, I wish it was an unfortunate situation. Something she shouldn't have said is something that he did not need to hear.
Darn tootin'.
And we'll get to this probably a little bit later, but the way that she is insecure absolutely did not need for her to say something like that, because I felt like she set herself up for even more insecurity just by even saying that. So, but like I said, we'll get to that point later. I wish that hadn't happened. So they met, and one of the first things he says in his confessional is she lied a little bit about how she looks. Now, he's still trying, I think, to convince himself that he likes her, he loves her, she's attractive. I don't think she's a bad-looking girl.
No.
She just doesn't look
like Megan Fox.
Right. And she doesn't look, in my opinion, as good as Jessica.
The other girl. I mean, there's levels to this thing. I mean, nobody's all on the same level. That's just the truth of the matter. And so, I'm not going to put a number on it, but let's just say if Megan is up here, I mean, she's not there. I mean, I could say I look like Al B. Shore, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it's true. Okay? It is what it is.
I have nothing to say about that. So, okay.
Yeah.
Anyhow, so they get to the vacation portion. I don't know what you call it, like the couple's vacation or whatever. It's obviously not a honeymoon, but it seems like a pre-moon or something like that. Okay. So they get to meet, they go on the vacation, and you can already just feel how much reassurance she needs. Everything seems a little bit uncomfortable.
Every day, every moment of the day.
Yeah, I'm questioning whether he's actually into her. He's saying that he is, and I don't have a reason necessarily to think otherwise, except for that one statement that he said in the confessional about how she kind of lied about how she looks. So now I'm wondering, is that on his mind, high priority? But to me, he's not acting like it. So
okay, well,
go ahead. Oh no, you go ahead.
All right, well, I don't think he's totally physically attracted to her.
Okay,
but I do think he's showing some character in trying to be committed to the commitment that he's made to her. He's proposed to her, and he said that he loves her, and he's trying to live up to what he said. She's just not making it easy.
No, because she's not in any way prepared for a relationship with her level of insecurity. Also, I think in the back of his mind is, what did Jessica look like? because there's a reason that she said what she said to me in the pod.
Yeah.
That's all in the back of his mind. It's nothing you could tell me that would convince me otherwise.
He said it to her.
Mm-hmm.
And then she brings up looks. You know, yeah. So it's
right.
It's definitely weighing on.
Yeah, it's on his mind. He can't wait to meet her.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure of that.
Mm-hmm.
So, they go to like the group. I don't know. Is it a party? It's a dinner. It's like always an evening thing. It's kind of nice and fun, lighthearted, whatever. And why in the world did he comment on AD's body? So you can just feel all the like air come out of this woman's balloon. And I felt so bad for Chelsea, right? Because again, you have to have that confidence in your own right that not only are you an attractive person physically, but like who you are carries for the person who chose you. You're never going to be the most beautiful person ever. You just can't be. So that person, if they're not blind, they're going to be able to see that you aren't the most beautiful person ever. So it has to be something else about you that carries, where they don't have to constantly reassure you that you're the prettiest person in the room. Now they got to lie. So, you know what I mean? And it's just an uncomfortable situation. So he compliments AD, says she's stacked. She is. She's got a great body, a great back end to her body, especially, right? That is the envy of probably very many women. And Chelsea can't take it. She draws more of a spectacle to it herself. She calls it out. She says it. So she kind of puts her own fiance on blast and embarrasses him. Now he has to try to come and do damage control with AD. Like, hey, I wasn't trying to, say anything too crazy or be disrespectful.
Yeah.
That sparks a conversation between the two of them that might not otherwise have been had. It's kind of Chelsea's fault.
Then she gets even more jealous.
Exactly. So she put herself in that situation. She set herself up for failure. And fail she did.
Yes.
So she sits there, she's miserable, she's moping, she complains about it to other women. He comes around, he's kind of just mingling. I don't honestly see that he did anything wrong, except I guess it's arguable that him even commenting on another woman's body is something he shouldn't have done. And I think that would be specific to the woman that you're with and whether or not her ego can take that type of a thing.
Very true. Not everybody is married to Saint.
I mean, I'm so open in terms of like other people being attractive. If there's another woman that's attractive, I don't expect Sale got eyes. You know what I mean? Like you can see. So it doesn't bother me in the least if you find another woman attractive. Because I'm cool, right? Like,
she is. I would love to bust her bubble right about now. But she is. I mean, there's not an insecure bone in my wife at all when it comes to these type of things. There's no jealousy. There's no envy. And it makes me envious. Just think of it. Just like, wow, you're like totally well-adjusted. You know what I mean? And but it's a beautiful thing because I'm not having to worry about her feelings getting hurt at every turn. I'm not having to worry about having long drawn out
explanations as to why you cut your eyes over there at that girl big old booty. If we saw AD in person, I probably would point out her butt to you before you saw it. It's just not a big deal.
It's
now,
not.
Disrespect is disrespect. That's a whole different thing.
Yeah.
That's not something that they were dealing with, I don't think. And that's not something that we've dealt with. So there's reasons and situations that will cause a reaction. And recognizing that someone else is attractive, I just don't think is one of them. But to each his own. Some people don't tolerate that type of thing. And if that works within your relationship, that works. Just as long as it's healthy and there's nothing, controlling about it or anything like that, then I wouldn't discourage that necessarily. You have to do what works for your relationship.
Very true. But I will say this: him and Chelsea just got together.
Right.
He doesn't know her.
Exactly. And that's exactly what I was going to say.
He doesn't know her comfort level.
Mm-hmm.
He's finding out.
She has no comfort. Way. There is no comfort.
You know, but he doesn't know her comfort level. He doesn't know what sets her off. Mm-hmm. He doesn't know where her insecurities lie. He's finding them out. She has a great many of insecurities. And so I think he should have, well, he's kind of young too. So, but I think he should have had a conversation with her, you know, start to feel her out a little bit more before you say something like that.
I think so, but I don't know if it would have helped because I'm not clear that she's as self-aware as she needs to be to have had the conversation that would have given him enough insight to know what he could do in that situation. So when they go back to the room, that's the really uncomfortable situation that I kind of wanted to get to. I'm sorry it took us 20 minutes to get there. But it's just seeing her kind of repeat the same things over and over again that upset her. Having him offer an explanation. Having him actually dispute some of the allegations that she was making to say that didn't happen. And her hanging on to every bit of insecurity that she began the conversation with, it was so stressful to me, and it just screamed like, nope, not ready for a relationship. Like you have got to work on yourself before you try to have any kind of relationship, because she has zero, and I mean zero, security within herself. And it's just uncomfortable to watch. There's no way that this relationship can survive in any kind of a non-toxic way.
Yeah.
None.
Yeah. Insecurity within a relationship is a horrible thing. Let me back up. I do believe that within a marriage, sometimes the husband has to help the wife feel secure with the relationship. Sometimes the wife has to help the husband feel secure within a relationship. But that is not what was happening with those two. She is insecure on a fundamental basis with who she is, how she looks, the whole bit, and you can see it unravel there. Yeah.
She doesn't fit. She's waiting for the negative thing to happen. She's actually begging for the negative to happen to her. She's crying about it in advance. She's complaining about it, crying about it, beating him up about it.
Yes.
But she knows in her head that it's coming. So it almost is like a self-fulfilling prophecy for her.
Yes.
Because she's going to nag at him and drag whatever he's done, twist it to her own reality until he says, I can't take this and I'm going to leave. And then she's going to say, see?
I told you.
Yep. I knew you were going to do that to me.
Really didn't love me.
Exactly. It's like a self-fulfilling prophecy, and you can't get out of that loop until you treat like the issue.
Yes.
She hasn't treated the issue. She shouldn't have been in that pod. They maybe need to vet people a little bit, but I don't know what needs to happen, and I don't know what the vetting process is like. But you can't just say, hey, you're kind of cute, come on the show, because she is emotionally damaged.
Yes.
She needs a lot of counseling.
Yes.
And reflecting to get at the heart of what's going on with her. I don't know why. I don't know if it's paternal issues. I don't know.
Bad relationships.
It could be mom issues too. I don't know. It could be a series of bad relationships. It could be abuse. I don't know what has happened, and she needs to get at that.
She does.
Before
I can't stress that any more than what you just said, because as we were watching it, I felt anxiety.
Yeah, it's triggering.
It is. It's very triggering because she put him in a corner to take it, you know. And listen to what I'm saying. This is how I feel. How I feel is fact. It is law. And so I want you to listen to everything that I say, and I want you to apologize. I want you to get down on your knees, and I want you to kiss the ring, basically, because
well, and didn't she say take it?
She said
that. I thought so.
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't just a feeling in my head. She actually said the words.
Mm-hmm.
She did not want him to defend himself
at all,
or explain away anything that she was feeling.
Don't give any counter facts to what she was trying to describe or anything. Take it, because this is how I feel, and I'm sorry. Feelings are just feelings. They are not based in facts a lot of times, by which we saw everything that she said. Some of the stuff was factual, but not all of it. Mm-hmm. It was just all feeling. And she wanted him to validate and affirm up and down.
Yeah.
And it's just like, no, how does the relationship, or not even the relationship, how does she get better? How does she improve? How does she mature?
Not in a relationship. She's got to get out. She needs to be removed from the situation, work on her, and then pursue a different relationship. And I can tell you one thing. Mm-hmm. If she thought she was run down now from that little incident that happened at the party, when Jessica shows up...
Jessica coming.
Because that's direct competition. AD is not in competition with her.
No,
I don't think there's anything.
He said, I don't want
I don't think
AD.
there's anything on earth that would make either of them want one another in that way. But we know that Jessica was interested in him.
Yes.
Now, I don't know if when she sees him, she's going to be like, dodge the bullet. Because I didn't even talk about what Jimmy looks like. Mm-hmm. But how old is he?
27, I think.
When they put up 27 and it didn't say 45 under that man's age, I was like, really? This must be a typo. He just looks older, a bit older, a little more seasoned than what his age would suggest. So I was a little stunned.
I can't believe you said that.
I was shocked. If y'all think he looks his age, that's fine. Let me know I'm wrong. I'm off base. He just didn't look youthful or maybe attractive.
Yeah, he does look like he's got a lot of mileage on him.
He does. And so I felt a little bit offended, just a little bit offended when he had that Megan Fox comment to say, because I'm like, well, you didn't say what celebrity you look like, but... Are they 45? Because they're not 27. I don't know. Anyhow, I don't know. I just get the sense, perhaps, that Jessica might not be attracted to him. But if maybe she's not as shallow as I'm behaving right now, and she will be attracted to him. And I think if she is attracted to him, he is going to go for it. Mm-hmm. He's going to shoot his shot like Michael Jordan. Mm. And I don't know where that's going to leave Chelsea, but I don't think it's going to help her psyche at all.
No.
So.
Because, hold on. Jessica's coming.
Yeah.
It's everything.
Yeah, she's going to have an absolute meltdown.
Mm-hmm.
Her ego can't take it.
She definitely can't. If she couldn't take AD, they have nothing.
Fragile.
They have nothing. There's nothing going on between those two. But when Jessica definitely hits the show, when she comes back to the show, it's all bets are off. It's about to,
and we saw just a pinch of the preview, so you know it's coming. She's about to let it ride. So let us know what you think about this love triangle. Let us know if you think Jimmy's going to go ahead and venture out and be with his one true love and embrace the stepfatherhood. I think he is. I think he's going to shoot that shot. And if nothing else, it's probably because Chelsea's going to run him away.
That's part of
it. With her toxic nut job type behavior. I'm curious about this storyline. I don't know where it's going, but it's going to be a disaster. So, drop your... Oh, you got one more thing to add?
No,
okay.
I don't have anything to add, but, it's about to go down.
Yeah. Drop your comments below, guys. Thanks for bearing with us and bearing with us in the baby. We will talk to you guys soon.
Bye.